What's going on, guys? Gibbs here. We are going to go over face-offs in the Team Rocket versus ... game that was played earlier. It was played a Friday for Gfinity. This was Game 5 of their, I think, round of 16 match. It was a close game. And we're just going to go over all the face-offs that they had throughout the game, and I'll say why they were good or why they were bad for certain teams. And, just show what certain teams do for strategy on face-offs. I think some teams don't even really realize strategy on face-offs, which I think is dumb, because, face-offs, you can get face-off goals pretty easily in this game, like right here. But you should definitely have a face-off strategy, like if you're going in as a team of threes in ranked, and we'll explain why as we go through this video. So let's start this over. We'll go to 100%. And let's start it all over. So here we go. Face-off number 1. I even have notes on the side here. I'm getting fancy here. So let's just see how this face-off goes. I'm going to pull back. Now, first off, we have... Let's get out of ball view. So Team Rocket, they have O'Neal cheating. Doomsy going for the face-off. Cole staying back. Generally, every face-off, they have one person sitting net. From what I was watching earlier before I went live. And then on ... side... They love their boost. They love it. Everyone leaves the net. They grab the boost, and they have one guy for the face-off generally. Not every time. There's pros and cons to each, and we'll explain as we go on. So this first face-off, you see Doomsy going for the fast face-off. He flipped to start this face-off, and he lost it here. Now, if you're having someone cheat with you, you want to neutralize the face-off. So O'Neal here is coming up, and Doomsy should be trying to neutralize face-off. Instead, he's trying to win it clean out with the fast face-off. Fast face-off generally, if only one person does the fast and the other one does slow, ball never really gets neutralized, and the ball will just shoot out one way or the other. Like either Doomsy wins this pretty cleanly, or Ash, hits off him second, and the ball goes to the side of the field. So Team Rocket here should have had Doomsy go for a neutral face-off if that's what they wanted. This is perfect for ... because they don't want a neutral face-off because they have both guys going for boost. So no one's here for this face-off ball. So by Ash throwing it to the right behind Doomsy, that they get a free win on the face-off, and it works out really well for ... So let's go on to face-off number 2. See if any corrections were made or other strategies happened here. All right, here we go. Setting it up. Okay, so we're going to start. So this is a double diagonal. Now, these ones are always weird, because you can have two from the same side. So you have a double diagonal versus... either you'll have, a head-to-head face-off, or both coming from the same side. On this case, we got both coming from the same side. Here's the big mistake from ... Ash should not come out of the net, if they don't know who's going for the face-off. Because if you get two guys coming from the same side, generally, that ball is not going to be neutralized. And it's going to pop out fast to the side for either a shot or just a setup. So Ash really is doing nothing right now, in this play. So the play happens and Doomsy just, taps it in. And if Ash was in net, that's a free clear. That clear is coming all the way back here. So let's see it again. Dave kind of comes up for the face-off. He was thinking about cheating, and I think he saw that O'Neal went. So he knew the ball was going to pop out to the side like this. He just kind of chose wrong here, and Doomsy won the ball over him. That was kind of more luck-based than anything, so it's nothing really on Dave there. And then Doomsy, he just went straight to the side here. If it wants to play for me. I can't tell because my playing pauses backwards. So Doomsy went for the boost, knowing the ball is going to push out to the side, and he got a little lucky, and a ball came right to him. But it's really Ash's mistake here. If you don't know who's going for the face-off, then you should then you should sit back. So here again, we have double diagonal. Let's see what people do. Team Rocket, they always have one back. So you'll see this right here. So let's watch Team Rocket. So Team Rocket sends Doomsy back, and Cole, actually. No one's cheating on this face-off. So this is one where O'Neal should try and win it, not neutralize it, and win it to the left generally, because Cole's over here, and no one from ... is on this side. So let's see what happens. All right, ball goes right. Now, Ash, well, before we even get to that, let's talk about what ... does. All right, here we go. So ... they send both players left to just grab boost. because they're hoping Dave wins this ball left, which makes sense because if Dave wins it right, it's basically Team Rocket's ball because Cole's on this side. But again, this is dangerous by ... by leaving no one in net on a double diagonal. But maybe at this point they know that O'Neal goes for faceoffs. So that's a possibility. So the ball gets one right, and actually this should have been ... ball for sure. Like Bicycle Thief should have had this ball. So this is a clear win for ... just a misplay by Bicycle Thief. But let's look at O'Neal's view for this, because he tries to win it right. Which I have no idea why. This makes no sense to me. So you have a double diagonal, and you're the one on the right. You should never win the ball to your same side, unless you tell your team beforehand, and you have, like, the goalie coming around to watch the right side. But look at this. He goes left to win the ball right. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he tried to neutralize it, but even if he's trying to neutralize the ball, no one from Team Rocket is cheating, so that's also a bad play. So I'm not really sure why O'Neal is trying to win this right. He also does this like a little bit later, which we'll go to. But this just seems like a misplay on faceoffs from O'Neal. Like, it works out for him, but that's definitely a misplay. All right, let's move on forward to the next one. Go back to the ball view. Here we go. Now we got just one diagonal, so you know what's going to happen here. One's going to go, then either one's going to cheat or one's going to grab boost generally. So let's see how this works. Again, ... They send both to boost. Super dangerous, because if Team Rocket ever neutralized a faceoff in this game, they could have had some free goals, or at least really good chances. Because right here, we have O'Neal cheating, but Cole could not neutralize the faceoff. He does send it left, which is where you want to send it generally. But since O'Neal's cheating, it doesn't really matter where this ball gets sent. This is going to be ... ball. Like, if it's left or right, then Ash's teammates have the ball because they both went for boost. So Ash just doesn't want to neutralize this ball, which is a big play here. So let's watch Ash's view here, and we'll see what he tries to do here. So it looks like he tries to win it right. That's what it looks like. It's hard to tell, obviously. Like, I'm not sure if this is exactly what they're trying to do. It's very, very difficult to tell. But the ball goes right, so that's a win. Let's see what Cole does, because I want to see what Cole tries to do. Cole should be trying to neutralize this faceoff. So Cole goes, he just, yeah, like he kind of just goes right into it, which makes sense. What I would do here is actually, let me slow this down a little bit. Generally, this is what I would do if I want to neutralize the faceoff. All right, let's go down here to 25. So here, he flips early, so his whole top of the car is going to be hitting the ball. What I usually do is I try and hit, like if I want to neutralize it, hit it with my bumper, or get a little bit closer and then do that flip. So you still have some momentum going towards it. But it looks like Ash, the way he's pointed, like it's going to be pushed right either way. Because Cole tried to neutralize on the diagonal, and Ash went more for a centering approach. So the ball is going to pop out to the left side just because of the way they are. So Cole should have tried to maybe neutralize Ash's center movement here, and that would have made more sense, but he did not. Like, I'm not sure if he, like, one, his camera view is really low, so it's very hard to see Ash. Yeah, he can't really see Ash at all because the ball's in his way, so it's very hard for him to even see the direction Ash is going to go. So I could see why he just went for just the neutral diagonal, because it's very difficult to tell. All right, let's go back up. Look at this ball, slow motion ball. Let's get to the next face-off. All right, here we go. Next face-off. All right, so this is 2-1 setup. These are usually very cheatable ones, but this is also a good face-off for the really fast people. Like, the really fast face-offs, they love this tiny bit offset because they can do their diagonal face-off and then hit the ball to the side. Now, Doomsy has like a modified version of that. His is a little bit slower. As you can see here, he kind of just does the normal, like, it's not extremely fast. And then on the other side, we have Bicycle Thief going, because Ash never goes for face-offs for ... unless he has to. So Bicycle Thief kind of had a similar face-off. Doomsy just wins this cleanly. So let's see what they were doing, though. So Ash went for mid-boost, which kind of leaves, like, if it's a neutral face-off again, ... does not play for neutral face-offs at all. I'm not sure why, but they generally don't. They usually just love their boost, which I don't really understand, because when you have like 50-something boost, you're pretty much okay. Right here, Cole tries to neutralize it, but again, Doomsy doing his fast kickoff generally is not going to result in neutral face-off. Let's watch Doomsy's view. So here he comes. He's doing his flip face-off. That face-off, 9 times out of 10, is not going to be neutralized. It's going to be one in one direction or the other. So there's really no point of Cole coming up to cheat. He should probably just be grabbing boost because of the way Doomsy does face-offs. He doesn't really neutralize them very well. And ... they grab boost. Maybe they understand that Team Rocket is not very good at neutralizing face-offs, so they know they're free to get boost. But this is one of the few times when ... actually keeps someone in net, which is smart because you don't have someone in net. It's extremely risky on face-offs because they got beat once already this game, and that's all that mattered. Like Team Rocket won in overtime. If that face-off goal didn't happen, ... wins this series. So like I'm always a big proponent of having someone in net, generally. But, you know, teams do it different ways. So let's move on to the next one. Talk more about these face-offs. Alright. Another goal for Team Rocket. Go, Team Rocket. Alright, here we go. Another face-off. We got the normal one diagonal. Okay, so as you can see, Ash cheats up for some reason with Dave. They both cheat. This is very, very bad. Because Dave and Ash are in the same exact spot. Basically. There's really no point of having them be in the same spot here. So I'm not sure why they do this. But if that ball is won at all by Doomsy, like, or again neutralized by Doomsy, then Team Rocket has this face-off in the bag. Now we can see what Team Rocket does. So Team Rocket Cole's in the back. He's always going to play in the back. Then O'Neal is cheating. He's actually cheating a lot closer than Ash or Dave, because Dave kind of like goes to the side and doesn't go very fast at this. So if that's a neutral kickoff, then O'Neal has the shot first, probably over Ash. It's actually kind of close. Let's see by the time that they make contact. It's close. Like, O'Neal could have been there a little bit quicker. But Doomsy loses his face-off cleanly to Bicycle Thief. This is huge for Bicycle Thief because both his players are up. Like, if Doomsy won this face-off, then everyone's got to turn back and no one has boost on ... which is their normal game plan. So I think that would have thrown him off a little bit more. So that was a little bit lucky, I feel, by ... but it worked out for him. And now go to the next one. I think this is another one that I have big problems with. Okay. No, yeah. All right, so we got a double diagonal. So again, you should always have someone in net on a double diagonal because you just don't know what's going to happen. But usually Bicycle Thief, I think it's Bicycle Thief, always goes to the face-off. But at this point, ... has realized that it's always O'Neal going for face-offs first. So they counter that with Dave. Very smart play by ... Most people don't notice that during a game or even a series. And they notice it, so they get the diagonal face-off that they want, because they're looking for a neutral face-off here, because like Ash cheated and Bicycle Thief is grabbing boost. So it's either like if this ball goes right, they win, like, or a neutral face-off, they win. So they win 2 times out of the 3 possible outcomes, basically. And then the ball goes right, so they win the face-off, and Ash takes control of the ball. Now I want to look at O'Neal's view again, because I have a big problem with O'Neal face-offs in this. We'll see this again. Again, he tries to win it left. Like, I think this might have been just he flipped late, so it kind of got screwy for him. But we're going to watch this in slow motion once we get to that point. He flips probably late. That's probably what it is. I hope that's what it is. But he turns his car, so this ball is probably going to go left now. Like, if it hits him again, that ball's shooting out to the left. Like, I think my camera's backwards, so my hands are going to be different. But you should never win the ball back to your own side. You should always push it to the other side of the field, because that's where your teammates are. And the other team is on this side. It makes no sense to try and win it back to your own side pretty much ever, unless you set up a play for it on purpose. But again, ... wins the face-off and takes ball control. So ... for the most part has been winning these face-offs. I think a little bit luckily, but they've been doing riskier plays where no one's in net, and one time it cost them. And that's all that matters. Like, Team Rocket got 1 face-off goal, And that's all that mattered in this game. Team Rocket wins faceoffs just based on that because they scored a goal off a faceoff and no one else did. But for the most part, was doing okay, trying to not neutralize faceoffs. And then we're just looking at pretty grass. Look at that. It's so nice. All right. So we got one more faceoff in this game. We got O'Neal again. We'll just go along with him. We'll go up to 50%. Here again, we got a double diagonal. And again, like, I hate to rag on O'Neal, but it looks like he's trying to win this ball right. Which makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't understand why you would ever try and win a face-off to the right. And, it was a slow win towards them, which is bad, actually, because then if they have a goalie, like Bicycle Thief actually sat in net this time, which is not the usual. So we'll see here. We got... Let's go back to 100%. We got Bicycle Thief sitting in net, and then Ash just loves his boost, so he goes to get boost. So generally, Ash isn't going to make too much of a play here. If Dave hits it to the left, then Ash possibly can make a play. It's tough. Dave would have to, clearly win it. Which he did not. He slowly lost it, but that helps Thief sitting in net. If Thief cheats here and cheats wrong, this could be really bad for them. But he sits back, which works out. And then Doomsday also cheated, but since it was a win for O'Neal, it actually hurts them here. And Bicycle Thief gets a nice shot with Cole to save here. But again, if you're going to take anything away from this, when you're on a diagonal, never win the ball back to where you came from. Always win it to the opposite side because you'll have a teammate in threes there generally, unless someone's cheating with you in a 1-2 setup. But generally, that's what you would want to do. So if you learned anything from this face-off video, guys, let me know. Let me know if you like it. I'm probably going to do some more analysis of this game. But as I was looking through it, I was like, I kind of just want to do face-offs here. Because we got a lot of them. I think it was 8 face-offs total, right? If I'm doing my math right. But yeah, so I hope you guys learned something about face-off, a strategy and such. I know for Cosmic's purposes, we do a lot of face-off strategy when I'm going for face-offs. I'm always trying to hit it to them and stuff like that. So, I think more teams should incorporate that. And I think sometimes teams are incorporating it, and it's hard to tell. Maybe O'Neal wasn't trying to push these right, and they were just bad face-offs. But, of course, it's hard to tell. So, this is just my opinion. Every team has a different thought on this. And, my opinions are not always correct. But I want to thank Team Rocket and for getting me this replay so I could show some analysis of the game. And, yeah, guys, we'll see you guys next time when I do some more analysis of this game. So, thanks, guys. See you later.